Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for today. We're just going to do a quick message for you and see what you need to know right now. Okay, it could be past, present, or future. You're going to know best how this resonates for you. All right. Now, before I get into your reading, Taurus, you might be a cross watcher. Okay, you might be watching for a Taurus because I do sense a Taurus here. That might not be you. It might be someone else. And I feel like this Taurus, they don't really believe in things like astrology, all right? But the funny thing is that they actually really emanate their own astrological sign, okay? Because I feel like this person is very stubborn, very, very stubborn, just like a Taurus, very stubborn, very straight shooter, all right? They kind of stick to their ways a little bit. They kind of stick to what they know. So let's see here. What's the message for Taurus today? What is the message for Taurus right now at this time? All right, we got the Five of Wands, the King of Swords in reverse, and Judgment. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles here, okay? So this could have something to do with someone's job. Maybe it has to do with where someone works, all right? Or some sort of a career, okay? Or a plan. Now we're dealing with an argument, a fight, a conflict, okay? With a King of Swords in reverse. We'll see what that is. And then we have Judgment here. So somebody under judgment or somebody making a decision, or there's an argument here about something. Let's see. What's the argument about for Taurus? There's an argument here with a Queen of Pentacles, or about a Queen of Pentacles, and a King of Cups and a Queen of Swords. 3 people. A Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, Queen of Swords. 3 people. Creating a fight here, or fighting with each other, all right? King of Swords reverse. Messages. This has to do with some sort of communication, all right? About somebody not giving something to someone, not paying someone, not receiving something from someone, all right? And some sort of jealousy, some sort of rejection, okay? And then we have Judgment here. Why is Judgment here? Judgment for a relationship and the Queen of Cups and the Three of Swords in reverse. Somebody healing from heartbreak, healing something, okay? Overcoming pain and betrayal, a relationship. Let's see what this is. Tell me more about this Five of Wands, please. A moment of enlightenment. 4 of Cups. Man, you want to know what? I really feel like somebody here, they're almost like fighting off their own enlightenment, okay? It's almost like they're being forced maybe to see something from a different perspective, but the 4 of Cups makes me feel like they really don't want to. Okay, and the question is why? The Tower, because it would shatter everything that they know, or it would shatter their worldview or the way that they understand things, all right? The Tower, what's the Tower? The Page of Swords, messages, the 10 of Pentacles, okay? A lot of money, generational wealth, a lot of abundance here with something, okay? Why is justice, why is justice here? Because we have justice at the bottom. Why is the Tower here? The Tower is here because somebody was not expecting something, okay? Not expecting something to move forward. Somebody wasn't expecting a journey. Somebody wasn't expecting something to move forward. What does that mean? What's the Hanged Man? A healing heart. A healing heart. Freedom from a toxic relationship. Healing from heartbreak. A moment of enlightenment about something, okay? About a tower. About somebody pretending to be someone's friend only to stab them in the back. I like you, okay? Somebody pretending to be nice, or somebody planning a shocking attack, all right? Somebody trying to attack someone here. Why is somebody not expecting this? Or why was somebody not expecting something? Because now some sort of manipulation, false information is being exposed, or somebody can't manipulate anymore. Somebody tried to manipulate some sort of information, or they lied about something. The Eight of Wands, taking quick action here with a plan. Somebody's getting exposed now for some sort of a plan. And this has to do with a breakup, a separation, giving someone the silent treatment, and someone being triggered. Somebody being triggered over a breakup. Somebody being in turmoil and resentful. And this was the plan. The plan has something to do with manipulation, somebody manipulating why there was some sort of silent treatment, or why there was a separation, a breakup, because of someone being triggered. Somebody was in turmoil. But the Tower moment is, or the catastrophe is, the shocking moment that changes everything, is that somebody is pretending to be nice only to stab you in the back. And this has to do with a fight, an argument, okay? So why is this important here? With these three people coming out. Because this is the truth. This is the truth about what these three people all were working on together, okay? What they spent their time doing. 2-7-27. A relationship. The truth about a relationship. The Two of Swords. Somebody not seeing something clearly, not wanting to see the truth about something, about the fact that somebody was not sending these messages. You didn't write these messages. You didn't receive these messages. This was not you communicating, and somebody just did not want to see that. They didn't want to accept that. Okay, this has to do with the past and something that was done in the past with money, or a job, or a business, independence, okay? Who's this person that didn't want to see the truth? About a breakup, okay? A breakup. Somebody getting good news, reaching out to someone after a breakup, wanting to apologize after a breakup, all right? These three people here didn't want anyone to find out the truth about the fact that you were not the one that was sending these messages. Yeah, this has to do with a one-night stand, three keys on the ring. Who was the third person? Who was the third person, right? Who was the third key that was missing, I guess? So there was one person that was missing in this equation, and now we have all three here. And this has to do with somebody being frustrated in a relationship, jealous. Okay, now the truth is coming out. Now somebody is receiving what they need so that they can finally move forward and progress with these text calls and emails. So what I feel like was missing here was the understanding of who is the third person, or the understanding that there are three people involved in this plot. There's three people that are catfishing or creating fake identities and instigating or creating some sort of a fight, okay? Or creating some sort of messages around a fight breaking out or a breakup or something like that. And they didn't want anyone to find out the truth, that it was not you writing these messages, or they didn't want anyone to find out the truth about who was the third person texting these things, okay? Because it's a group of three. It's a Queen of Pentacles, a Queen of Swords, and a King of Cups that were doing this, all right? So why is the King of Swords in reverse here? The Nine of Cups. This is someone who's self-centered, arrogant. They want their own needs and desires. They're selfish. The Sun. Now the truth is out about somebody that was lying. A King of Swords in reverse. A King of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, now somebody's being exposed here, or there's no more confusion. They can't hide or create a stalemate anymore out of their ego. Trying to control a situation out of ego. Who's the King of Swords reverse? A main male in the reverse. Something about coming out of poverty, coming out of hard times. A main male in the reverse. And something about coming out of poverty, coming out of hardship. Yeah, okay, so it has to do with a coffee cup, meeting and conversing with friends. A conversation with a friend or a conversation over coffee, talking about someone being heartbroken about a breakup. Somebody being heartbroken over a breakup, grieving and mourning, something about telling a friend or talking to friends conversing about a breakup. Watching, looking, stalking, changing the perception. How they tried to change the perception of a breakup. What's that about? Messages, information. Yeah, okay, so now some sort of action that they took is being exposed, okay? Some sort of an idea that they had with messages is now being exposed or seen for what it is. Yeah, High Priestess. Queen of Pentacles. So a Queen of Pentacles, a King of Cups, and a Queen of Swords got together and had an idea with some sort of messages, texting each other, all right? And now they're being exposed for this plan that they had. The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups, these two friends. These two friends are now exposed for the idea that they had, all right? And something that they manipulated here with a Queen of Cups in the reverse. All right, or something they try to create, or something they try to create with a Queen of Cups in the reverse. What's that about? The World in reverse. They couldn't complete this. They couldn't end this. A breakup. A King of Wands in reverse and a breakup. So let's do with a Queen of Cups in reverse, a King of Wands in reverse, and a breakup. What's that about? Photographs and paradise. Pictures, photographs, screenshots, signatures, documents, vacation. happiness, expansion, joy. Or the letter P, what's that about? A date. It has to do with a very specific date. Plan, set a date. Or the fact that they were trying to plan something here. And they planned it numerous times. They planned it multiple times. Something about dating someone new, meeting someone new. Okay, what's that about? Change. They tried to change something. Or it has to do with driving somewhere, traveling somewhere with a car. Or they tried to change something. With the date. Leaving a community behind. Or why something changed, why you left a community, why you left a group, why you left a friends group, why you left a community behind. I guess they tried to change the perception of why this happened or what happened. What's with these messages here, the Page of Wands? What's with these messages? The Ace of Pentacles. This has to do with messages about not receiving a gift, not receiving a blessing, an investment, not receiving something, and someone being rejected, okay? Feeling rejected and jealous. A painful ultimate betrayal. Justice. Tell me more about these messages. Watching, looking, stalking. Gaslighting, perception. They tried to change the perception of something here using some sort of messages or some sort of communication because they didn't want to be unmasked. Or now they can't hide anymore. Now they can't pretend anymore, okay? They can't pretend or personify to be someone else anymore. They didn't want to be unmasked, so they tried to change the perception of something. And it's time for someone to open their heart or open their mind or open their perspective to this, all right? Or now someone has the key. Now something fits together perfectly. When it comes to a relationship being over, no second chances. Now the truth is coming out. Now things are coming to light about a relationship being over, no second chances. And something that was done with a great fortune. Something that was done with a lot of money, okay? This has to do with somebody working together or working on a plan with a judge or working on a plan with the justice system or with the law or trying to have someone put under judgment, okay? Someone here is not concerned. What am I missing here? I feel like I'm kind of missing something. This has to do with a Queen of Wands being stressed out, nervous, anxious, scared, and taking a leap of faith. Yeah, taking some sort of action here because of a family, towards a family. Okay, the Devil in reverse. The Star. Towards healing. Releasing a toxic attachment. Being unbound from something toxic. this has to do with trying to stop someone from traveling, trying to stop someone from moving on, trying to block someone from moving forward. So a Queen of Wands was stressed out and anxious, worried, stuck up in their head because they took a leap of faith. They took a risk here. They took action with a family. And that's why this group of people tried to block you or stop you from moving forward. And they did this with some sort of messages about a fight breaking out, I guess. This is how they try to block, yeah, messages, okay. This is about somebody trying to get themselves out of entrapment, out of imprisonment in the past. Get themselves out of a trap, the devil. Because somebody took action with a King of Wands to lie about a relationship. Okay, so what I'm getting here is they took some sort of action, this group did, all right? They lied about a relationship. They lied about a betrayal, a painful betrayal in a relationship. Somebody not getting a gift, somebody not getting some sort of an investment, or someone getting rejected in love, or something being unrequited love, all right? Or somebody not loving someone. They lied about a relationship to a King of Wands or with a King of Wands about unrequited love, not loving someone. And in order to cover this up, this lie, and get themselves out of entrapment, when it comes to someone being jealous and obsessive, they staged a fight, they staged an argument, and 3 people created some sort of fake messages to try and cover this up. That's what I'm getting here. Yeah, High Priestess and the Page of Swords. Divine timing, okay. This has to do with the things that they were texting each other back and forth, okay. Yeah, and it has something to do with the Queen of Swords, all right, being the 3rd person in this situation. Something about the past, the 8 of Swords. Trying to trap someone here or get someone stuck here. Because of something that they did connected to someone's work. So almost at someone's home, all right, the 4 of Wands. So they did something manipulative here when it comes to someone's job, someone's work, or a plan that they had, what they were working on. They tried to manipulate something here. And I feel like one thing that they tried to hide from this Emperor is who is the 3rd person, right? Or where did this happen? That's kind of what I'm getting. They tried to stage something at a specific person's house with a specific person, and that's who they're trying to cover up and hide the whole time. Yeah, because of a gift, a blessing, an investment, evidence, something like that, all right? The 8 of Swords. Yeah, this has to do with imprisonment, entrapment, or someone feeling trapped, imprisoned. Something is backfiring now, okay? They're blocked. It's backfiring here. What is that? What's backfiring? The snake is exposed, okay? Some sort of passion, having fun, like each other equally. Something is getting exposed here. The snake is getting exposed. It has to do with someone that it doesn't have any self-worth, somebody who doesn't appreciate themselves. What's that about? Self-indulgence in reverse. Yeah, it has to do with a date, okay? Or meeting someone new, a new person. They set a date, somebody new, or somebody new tried to set up a date, or they tried to pretend to be a date, okay? Or this has to do with a date, this date and time of something. And this has to do with a photographs, pictures, documents, signatures, all right? And the dates of something, or a new person. Or who was the person behind the screenshots? It's like, who is the third person? I just keep getting that. Who was the third person pretending to be the date? It's a Queen of Swords. And this has to do with an engagement ring. All right. Now someone can't be a narcissist anymore. When it comes to someone being heartbroken about a ring. See, there's like, okay, so there's like 3 or 2 storylines going on here, okay? Something about being heartbroken, a relationship, a breakup, okay? It's like whoever was behind those messages, I feel like you know who was behind those. But there was a third person. Who's the date? It's the Queen of Swords, the friend of the Queen of Pentacles. That's the third person involved that nobody, I guess, knew who they were. And now the truth is coming to light, okay? Now the truth is coming to light. No more narcissist snakes hiding in the grass, all right? They tried to hide who was involved in this. So, wise judgment here. They're under judgment for this plan that they had, this strategy. They planned this. Yeah, this action that they took, they planned this. It was, look, the 3 of Cups. It was 3 people that planned this. 3 people planned this together. It was 3 people that planned this. A Queen of Pentacles, a King of Cups, and a Queen of Swords. And they're all friends. And they all planned this together. To get themselves out of entrapment. Okay? Because they were all working together on this the whole time. Yeah, they were all working together on this. 7 of Pentacles. Trying to defend themselves. Trying to defend whatever they had been working on the whole time when it comes to somebody being jealous and obsessive and crazy, all right, and angry. But Temperance, but now it's getting balanced out. Okay. Okay, so closing words for Taurus. The 2 of Pentacles, they try to switch something around here because they didn't want to lose. They didn't want to be defeated. They didn't want to have a fall from grace. They were embarrassed. They were restless. They were anxious, burnt out, not thinking clearly, couldn't find any kind of peace. So they tried switching something around here. They planned something, strength, but also again with the 2-2. I feel like they tried to use it to their advantage that it was only 2 people that were known about or something like that. The third person was hidden. The 9 of Pentacles, this has to do with money, success, business, abundance. Yeah, the truth. Now the truth is out about these messages, about this Page of Cups, this offer, okay? Somebody reaching out to someone, apologizing to someone. Now the truth is out about that. High Priestess. This High Priest, yeah, what happened in the past at work. That's what they tried to get away with. This is what they've been trying to get away with the whole time, is whatever they did with your work in the past, connected to your job, connected to your business, connected to your career, or their plan in the past. This is what they've been trying to get away with the whole time. And this has to do with somebody losing an inheritance, losing a lot of money. Okay, losing a lot of money. Now the King of Wands can see something clearly, or now King of Wands is being exposed, or now something is being exposed here about a King of Wands and a family. Okay, a family. The Hermit. Yeah, it has to do with 3 people. It was always 3 people working together on this. Who was the third person? They managed to keep it a secret who the third person was, I guess, right? 3 fake profiles, 3 fake identities. It was always 3 working together, multiple people working together on this. It wasn't just 2. And that's what they try to keep hidden, I guess. Okay. And this has to do with the King of Swords in the reverse. Somebody giving someone an offer, coming towards someone in love. Yeah, this is how they thought they could have victory and success, moving forward with this plan here, and somebody giving money to someone or being generous to someone, giving someone a lot of money. Okay, something about business or being nice to someone at their job. Okay, pretending to be someone's friend at work. Yeah, it all has to do with them trying to get, them feeling imprisoned and trapped, them feeling stuck in prison because of some sort of a gift or some sort of evidence, some sort of an item. All right. So what did they do? What did they take action on? Something, somebody's not innocent, or despair. This has to do with being in despair about losing a child, being in despair because you're losing your innocence or you're not innocent. Someone being in despair about a child. Yeah, whatever they did here with the authorities. When it comes to a death, when it comes to a coffin. Okay, the official person. Watching, looking, and stalking, changing the perception about paradise, happiness, expansion, joy. Changing the perception, or watching someone stalking someone on vacation, or what is that about? It has to do with a date. It has to do with the dates of something, or somebody meeting someone new or dating someone new. Self-indulgence, focus on self, someone's self-worth, or trying to get someone alone. Trying to get someone alone out in nature, paradise. Trying to get you out alone in nature. Trying to get you alone. Yeah, it was 3 people that did this to you. 3 people that tried many different ways to get you alone. That tried to plan and set several dates where they could find a way to get you alone. And they even tried maybe doing this in nature, all right, outside by a lake. Okay, yeah, they tried multiple ways. Multiple ways they tried. Yeah, because they were texting, calling, and emailing and setting up some weird conversations, because when they make you disappear in the wilderness in a lake, we have these fake conversations. We've been texting each other, right? Us 3 friends here, to make it look like an accident, or, you know, putting something in your drink, or just trying to find ways to get you alone all the time. And I guess that's what's finally being exposed, all right? Is first of all, they tried multiple different ways. And the second thing is there was 3 people that did this, okay? And they all tried together to work together on this. Because there was something with a breakup that they had to get out of. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that, Taurus. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, bye.